reptilian family. Thanks, sir. How many? Have you seen this book out already? True book. Within a week of Oliver North's testimony in the Iran deal, they had this book out. And apparently it's the entire testimony from start to finish. I don't know what the price of it is, but it is selling a lot of copies. And as I understand it, the people who put it out don't have to pay Oliver North 1 cent. Because this was testimony. This was testimony. Well, they're gonna make a bundle and he get zip from this. But have you ever noticed anything that goes on in this country? I think they did the same thing in the Watergate hearings. That testimony was out, or there was a book about Haldeman, and Haldeman wrote a book, and I think John Dean wrote a book, and Magruder wrote a book. Anything that happens, I'll bet you within a month there's a book by Joan Collins, or a book by Peter Holm. Instant kind of book saying, money-making things. Anyway, we found a few of them here that are ready to come out.
These have not been seen yet, have they?
What?
They've not been seen, have they?
No, not until tonight. They're called quickie books. Now, we've noticed a few of these books on the shelves of our local 7-Eleven, and these are put together. For example, mentioning Peter Holmes, right? There's a guidebook that'll hit the stands the day after his divorce from Joan Collins. It's called Beverly Hills on $5 a Day. Dicey tonight. But Joan Collins is going to come out with a book also about how her ex-husband used to sit on hot oven burners to get aroused. That's right, it's called Home on the Range.
You're all right now.
Yeah, we're rolling now. Big book. In about a month, shows you how far and degrading this thing can get. Not this bit, but just this thing. Charles Manson is coming out with a self-help book, which he hopes to peddle to his fellow inmates, called Defending Yourself Against Sean Penn. What? Yes, another one. We have a number of these. We're going to see how they go. Not ever. See, some will be very funny, some will be slightly amusing, and some nothing at all. Now, you have to listen to this because the book title is all based on the premise here. There's a book that blows the cover off a case in the mid-70s when Judge Robert Bork, now he's the one up that regular for the new Supreme Court, Judge Robert Bork, enforced a gag order against actor Robin Williams, who was being sued by Miss Piggy. And the book is called Bork Goes Mork, Corks Mork Over Cork. Or something like that.
Read it. Don't read it.
Or something close to what I said. Bork Corks Mork Over Cork is the name of the title. Or Bork's Mork Over Cork, or Cork Bork's Mork. We don't know. Had it all set up in the book. Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Has a book on how to avoid germs while toweling yourself off at a gym called Safe Pecs. The trick when you're doing these things is not to panic. You know, you momentarily get a flush and you want to flee.
Give them the full treatment.
That's right. Lassie wrote a autobiography about the male dogs in her life called Studs Like Spuds. Here's a book written by Little Richard. You have to listen to this. About the time he did a show with Oliver North, who was disguised as one of the Supremes, called Good Golly, Miss Ollie. These aren't easy to think up, you know. No, I don't know.
Good.
Sure, why not? the madam of a house of ill repute outside Disneyland, it is hard to believe, came out with this expose about one of Disneyland's most beloved residents. And it's called The Duck Stops Here. You again, sir. What are you going to do when you retire? You ever thought ahead in, when we leave this show, which might be tonight, what you'd like to do after so
I'll even
long?
just get copies of all these great bits and look at them.
Now, here's a book about a whale. I'm embarrassed doing the setups. About a whale who tries to impress people by using big words. Got that? The book is called Moby Dick Cabot. Got just two more here. Gonna get a picture of this crowd as they leave tonight. Evangelist Jim Bakker was the author of this book about the danger of standing too close to Tammy Faye when she's crying. Caution, wet paint. Okay, that doesn't make it a total wipeout. This is a book about a mysterious ghost who haunts Chicago television talk show studios stealing food, called the Phantom of the Oprah. Here's a book by Jim Bakker about the problem of standing too close to Tammy Faye or watching wet paint. Here's another book. Should have finished with that one. No, should have opened with that and finished with that one and cut out all the books in between. Okay, now that you're in a real good mood, we're going to take... Harry Anderson is coming out here in just a second.
Why are you dipping your pencil?
No, Harry Anderson isn't coming out.
Why not? Why are you dipping your pencil in your coffee?
Because I don't care anymore. We have the Mr. David Barker, who's a herpetologist, and was going to bring out some very, very exciting, strange creatures. Right after this, and we'll be right back. What I was doing, I was festival. There you go. So tonight the show is in the capable hands of Peter LaSalle, master showman and producer of our show, right over here. Peter's the guy. Master showman, Peter's the guy who said to Warren Beatty and Dustin Hoffman, "Why don't you guys make a desert picture? They always make money." Well, you see it? It wasn't funny. Well, how many of you bust out here